It's called Caden's Law, and now a bill has been introduced in this year's legislative session to unlock federal money for our state to train judges in family court, specifically on how to handle domestic violence. The money is already there, and you would think many would agree that this is a good thing. But it looks like it's going nowhere as of right now in Olympia. And people like Chuck Cox, who lost his grandsons to the horrific actions of Josh Powell, want to know why. And he sat down with me exclusively on that matter. In 2018, a Pennsylvania father killed his daughter in a murder-suicide. But Caden's mother believes it could have been avoided if the courts had just listened. She warned the courts of past abuse, but the father still granted unsupervised visits, which led to Caden's murder.
Hi, I'm Caden.
The 7-year-old story reached the halls of Congress, and by 2022, President Biden signs Caden's Law. It is the first time the federal government has officially recognized the need to improve the family court crisis. It also carved federal funds to be doled out to states that adopt Caden's Law statewide.
If the UN has decided Caden's Law is the model, if our Congress has decided this is the model, we believe it so much, we're going to give your state hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay for the training. Why would we not do that?
Senator Phil Fortunado is asking the same question and is the key sponsor of Senate Bill 5879. He wants to unlock federal dollars already available for training of Superior Court judges in our state.
Caden's Law goes back and says they have to go through a certain training to be able to recognize certain behavioral aspects.
It is specifically about handling domestic violence cases, not just physical and sexual abuse, but also how to spot emotional coercion.
The next step is we definitely need Caden's Law to get our judges more tools that they can do their job better.
Chuck Cox sitting down exclusively with Fox 13. He believes something like Caden's Law could have prevented Josh Powell from having the opportunity to carry out the horrific murders of his grandsons Charlie and Braden.
Caden's Law would have prevented all that. They would have all been awake and alert to the emotional abuse.
Senate Bill 5879 was referred to the Law and Justice Committee. It still has no hearing scheduled as of yet. Fox 13 reached out to Senator Ivanka Dingra's office about its future. She's the chair of that committee and has the power to put the issue up for discussion or not.
This doesn't make sense to me. We need Caden's Law to get a hearing. At least let the committee hear it. Ask us the questions.
And we received a statement from Senator Dingra a short time ago, which reads in part, in a short session, we try our best to coordinate policy with the House so that we can get the most done in the time we have. Law and Justice has 85 bills referred to committees so far, so not all bills can get a hearing. Now, she went on to say that the issue surrounding judges in family court would be addressed in some other bill, but that bill does not address the crux of my story, which is about Caden's Law. So as of her statement, it looks like it does not have a future. It does not have a hearing set up as of right now. I also reached out to the Superior Court judges on this issue. King County Superior Court Judge Sean O'Donnell says in part, as judges, we want to get the law right, and that's especially true when trauma is involved, like domestic violence and sexual assault cases. Senate Bill 5879 may be one of the ways to focus on these education issues, but collectively, the Superior Court judges have not taken a position on this bill. But Sean O'Donnell, the judge, also shared with me some interesting facts. So right now, there are over 200 judicial officers in Superior Court. About half of them only have less than 5 years experience. And O'Donnell says the state education for those judges hasn't changed since 2008.